Okay, first and foremost, I think that Wike should stop referring to hungry, hopeless, and poor Nigerians as miscreants, because if anyone should be using that word miscreant right now, it should be Nigerians, because he has constituted a lot of nuisance in River State over what has happened and it's still happening in River State right now. So Wike is not is not in any position in accusing or pointing accusing finger to anyone, just for the fact that he's occupying a position in government right now does not give him room to think that he can just say whatever he feels like. He might be in the side of the government right now and he's benefiting and he feels entitled to opinion, and he's using his capacity as well and collaborating with the federal government, marching even upon Nigeria. But one of the people that I think that for the sake of this protest and the demand so far is that Wike and the likes of what's his name, the Senate President Godswill Akpabio should be sacked out of the ruling government, because there is no single empathy coming from him or Akpabio and the rest of them. You understand that? So it's so obvious. It's so obvious. This is one of the reasons why I think I was up against this protest at the beginning. Not that I don't want the protest to happen, because of people, innocent people that are going to die as a result of. Look at what happened in Kaduna. Look at what's happening in Katsina State. Look at what's happening in some of the north and northeast and northwest and north south states right now. And look at what's happening in Lagos. Look at what's happening in Abuja. Look at what's happening in different places. Surprisingly, there's nothing happening in Anambra State. They said they have peaceful government and there's nothing. It's like they are not part of the country. They are not. But I can understand the side feeling of the eastern state for not protesting, because of obviously they are being singled out in every event that are happening in the country. But let us not take into that. But to be quite honest, this is national issue. I keep saying it, like, we have been able to survive all these years as a country because individual effort. We survive based on individual effort. Imagine us working together as a country and striving towards common goals. And at the moment like this, it reminds us of how we can be truly patriotic and working for each other, to see that we live above our stomach. We live above fetching for our family and our friends and people within us, that we fight collectively for the interest of the country. Nigeria as a country has been able to stand all these trials of this time, of these years, because we just think only per head. We think only for ourselves. Look at what's happening. Look, how many of you remember Fabio before he became a whatever House of member or senator whatsoever? He was a kind of hungry looking guy. Go and look at some of his videos. Look at Wike. Who was Wicked before? He was just a high school or big principal whatsoever. But now the same government in the country has empowered you, has enriched you. You become so arrogant due to the amount of wealth you have accumulated, and you start talking to people as if you own the world, as if you own the entire country. This is what we failed to correct in the beginning. So these times are very hard. I'm having a misfeeling over all these things that are happening. But I want to give a good credit to all of you that are stepping outside in the country today. But my message to every one of us, including myself, is that we should learn to live above our stomach structure and live for the national structure. We need to put the country first in everything that we do. This is what the West is doing far better than us. It's not like we hate our country. We love our country. We want to see things even much better, because we have the human capital, we have the resource abilities, we have everything we need to get to where we should be. But we are not where we should be right now because we fight individually. We fight individually. We are not fighting as a country. We are not fighting as a people. We are fighting to feed our mouth and our brothers and sisters and our family. And this is why we are where we are. This is time for us to come together. I see a lot of changes since NSAS protests and all that, and we're still going to keep going. This is still not the end of everything, but it's opening our eyes to see that we need to fight for this country. How many people are in government to really take the statistics of who are we against? They are the minority. That's why they are running up and down since the demand for these things to come into play. They started implementing, though they are doing social media propaganda, we should not believe them. Whatsoever that they have come to announce on the social media, let there be a representative of the people. Let them come out in open. Why has the president not come out to address the country? Your children are in a state of anger and all that. What kind of a father does not surface when he knows that the house is on fire? In modern or in other advanced countries, the president should be on the media, should be on the national TV addressing the country right now. What is stopping Tinubu, or has he gone on medical leave somewhere and abroad? Even if he's in abroad, does he have a phone? Does he have a senior assistant who has a phone with them to make a live broadcast, even if it's just from a mobile? He needs to address this country right now. He needs to speak to the people in a tone that they will understand it, in a tone where their heart, the message will touch their heart, and they will understand that they have a leader who actually listens and understands what they feel, and that way the tension that is in the country right now can go down. If you were going to sit at home and sit in your offices and just watch these things on TV and say that these people are just hungry, yes, they are hungry. And you know what happened to a hungry person? An hungry man is an angry man. You better start doing something right now. Both all the APC governors and all the officials of members of APC, as well as those in government, you have to take responsibility for what's happening in this country. What is happening now has not happened to us in many years in this 21st century. You came into power and drastically changed the economic situation and the standard of living of Nigeria. So you are responsible for what's happening, and you have to take responsibility for what is happening right now by doing something really tangible and urgently in order to reduce the tension of the country, so that there will be normalcy and people will go back to their daily living life. This is what I feel, and above all, we need to learn how to love one another again and genuinely and be concerned. We need to learn how to care for our own neighbors. This is what is missing in our country. Otherwise, everything else we need, they are in place, but we are not using them. We need to remove some of the bad eggs in the obviously everyone in the government they are all bad eggs, but at least we can still make do with some of them. But let's take away the evil ones and work with what we have, and then implement some things and appoint and elect some new people. Then we will be good. We have all that we need. Just make sure that the right things are done. This is what we mean. My name is Harry. Thank you for listening. Talk and leave, no time to tell time. One Nigeria, power to the people.